It is not possible to talk about development without talking about the youth.
This project was critical, particularly at the time I joined it, because the county government was just establishing, and there was that question of understanding the constitution, which brought the county government and devolution. And therefore the project played a critical role in terms of helping the youth to establish themselves as well together with the county government.
We could not hear anything to do with public participation. Leaders would just come around, pass things, call youths and public just to rubber stamp.
There was little, if there was any, fight against corruption in Kitui County.
Before this project, most of us did not know what is happening. We didn't know there were areas that as a citizen I was supposed to participate and maybe give my views.
The situation was tense, as I was saying, but it's something that I've never done before.
Kulikuwa na issues za ward administrator ni Matingeni. Kama kuna project, hakuna public participation, unaenda tu unapata watu kwa ground wanafanya kazi.
Youths in Kitui are fighting corruption. Again, are taking part in things to do with budget making.
Kitui County, one of the 47 counties in Kenya, located about 160 kilometers east of Nairobi. The county is classified as a semi-arid area experiencing high levels of poverty, hunger, drought, and marginalization. According to 2009 population census, the county's population was about 1 million. More than half of this population are youth. Despite their large numbers, the youth in Kitui are still left out in governance decisions. They are faced with challenges of unemployment, exclusion, manipulation, among others.
The youth are trying to use their skills, the ones at hand. It's try and error, but it's hard. Myself, I'm a social worker.
This project was an intervention to activate the youth so that they can push for development that reflects their aspiration and needs. Trocare entered into partnership with Caritas Kitui to build the capacity of youth to hold the government accountable and participate in governance processes and demand for accountability.
When I joined the diocese, we began the process of undertaking social audits, basically focusing on Local Authority Transfer Fund, LATIF, and Constituency Development Fund, which was an approach of enhancing accountability on how those funds are managed by the duty bearers and also community understanding on those devolved funds, and as well taking part in managing the funds. So based on that intervention, which was a 3-year intervention, each year we were implementing within a specific constituency, like we began in Kitui West, did Kitui East, and finally we finalized with Kitui South. We were able to learn some lessons which informed the current phase, which was enhancing youth participation in devolved governance. That was in 2013, was the entry after devolved structure of governance came into force under the new constitution.
When the constitution came creating full devolution of power, decision-making and resources, it was even a critical moment for a more vibrant, informed and knowledgeable public participating in governance and local level.
I joined the project when I was very green on issues on matters to do with governance, on matters to do with the constitution, on matters to do with the rights of the people.
So one of the key focus areas was to empower the youth to understand devolution, and to understand also on the opportunities that the counties are offering for them to take advantage of them, and also to develop a constituency of youth who could enhance accountability by monitoring how resources were being used, and maybe focus on holding the duty bearers accountable in the event that resources are not well managed.
The targeted youth took advantage of the opportunity and skills acquired through sensitization forums to demand for effective citizen participation in the budget process as well as other governance processes in Kitui County.
The county citizen participation bill, it took a lot of time, and the county government was like, they were not ready to have it out and share to the members of public. So through that, the youth was mobilized by Caritas in collaboration with other CSOs, and they collected signatures from members of public, and that also made it better to demand from the county government.
I'm happy with what Caritas are doing. Actually, because of them, I can say that the youth in Mwingi is now changing. Out of the interaction which they organized for us to be interviewed on governance issues by the youth, because we have had 2 sessions where we had an opportunity by the government now to explain to the youth what we normally do and what we expect of them and how we want to help them. Even the youth had an opportunity also to ask us the questions. Some of them, we had an opportunity to clarify some of the issues which mistakenly they were just blaming the government because they lacked the knowledge. So now, and from that meeting afterwards, because I told the youth these offices are for them, they can just go knock there, inquire on anything. I'm now receiving more youth in my office. They are now going to the ward administrators' offices, and then other office. They are now feeling freer to visit us and discuss issues. So I can say kudos to the Caritas for that initiative.
Like we could sit down in a forum and ask them questions. That is how I came to know that these people can listen to us, because we would have them come for forum and we would ask them questions, and sometimes they even lacked answers for that, and they started fearing the young people.
In Kitui County, you don't refuse criticism so long as it is positive. We acknowledge and we appreciate positive criticism.
Because I remember a time they came, the deputy sub-county administrator, and he called me Joseph. My name is Samuel, but he called me Joseph. Then I followed up to know why, but I understood later that they said that Joseph is giving them a lot of problem with one of the ward administrator in Waita. So they thought I am the one. And no, I wasn't the one, but there's the friend of mine called Joseph. But the pressure was too much. Even the ward administrator in Waita did call and say, please. He called Joseph, said, please come, let us sit down, please. And he was like begging. That is how I came to understand these people can really be pressurized and they can do what is right. And this way we understand that we can be able to reduce a lot of corruption.
You know, I'm just about to come out of the age bracket of youth. Some of them are my friends, so that they are very friendly to me anyway. And sometimes they call me like it's personal, but it turns to be official. And you know, youth most probably they engage themselves in those projects that can give direct benefits to them, like the stadium, the youth savings enterprise program. They want to hear how far have they gone, how are their checks being released. Those are some of the things. Then, because I'm also engaged in those programs, I will also give them a right away answer. So they call me and I respond immediately.
The youth through this project laid an emphasis that citizens must be consulted and involved at all levels on matters affecting them. The project enabled the youth realize that they can participate directly and always. And for the case of people representation, the power of the people is only delegated but not surrendered.
We have done a lot. We have participated in a presentation of many petitions to the county assembly and to the county government of Kitui. We have written many memorandums to the county government. We have done a lot of press releases about issues affecting our people in the county government. We have also, at one or two times, taken the county government to court on misappropriation issues.
Members who participated in this project have really acquired a wealth of information. They are actively involved. Actually, they are the drivers of public participation in Kitui County, and they are the ones who are leading in asking questions and getting involved in all activities in devolution.
As required by the Constitution that citizens participate in both planning and budgeting, through the project the youth took the leading role in the county budgeting to ensure that there is effective citizen engagement.
Every time that we do a budget, there is a deliberate effort to entrench the activities of the youth into our budget and come out very clear.
In the budgeting process of 2014-2015, out of the engagement, the Trocare project, members were able to heavily lobby for that budget to be completely reviewed, and it actually became a serious issue throughout the county, in radio programs, all over, in public barazas, and people were discussing that particular budget. That I consider as having been a major, serious success story.
Then the 1st September, the CIDP is submitted to the county assembly and made public within 7 days. And this is very clear because there are dates. It's at the county level.
We were able to come up with the budget process, and we looked at it, came up with our proposals. So I was involved in that activity. So I gave out my views, and as we were sitting as a group, we did discuss, so I was involved.
All the action by the youth was geared towards ensuring effective service delivery and equitable resource allocation and development, while also observing the principles of transparency, accountability, and equity.
We put ourselves in big numbers to demand to be included in decision making in all activities of the county government of Kitui. Right from the ward level, sub-county, and at the county level.
The project was not implemented without challenges.
The governance work is about information, and without access to information, it is very difficult to engage, because you cannot engage if you are in the dark. So accessing information, especially that information that is held by the government, was a big challenge, because you request for it, you don't get it. You are told to wait, you don't get it. So you end up not intervening. You end up not making the intervention you wanted, because you don't have the basis of making that intervention, which is the information. So access to information remain a big challenge in this project, and that issue of expectation of youth, and also the issues of reimbursement.
As we were going on, some of the original participants in this particular project, some of them also got into government, and once they got into government, they withdrew from the project. There were issues of the county government feeling that we were out all the time to fight with them, and they would give very negative information about some of us, because we were simply doing what we are supposed to do. So those are some challenges, and even public servants in the county government, enough of them were feeling like we should not be questioning this.
Interestingly, the youth have created their own spaces to continue engaging in governance on their own through various forms.
Even before the program ended, we already initiated some measures that have been helping us in making us move forward. Like we have been having round table discussions within Kitui Town. We have also started social media sites, platforms for dissemination of information, and also for involving other people who cannot be present within Kitui Town. Then we've also started thinking about linking up with other organizations that also support governance and human rights, and also negotiating with the county government, because they are also supposed to facilitate citizen participation issues.
Trocare intervention for engaging the youth through Caritas Kitui was very significant, especially with devolution, which now gives the power to the people. However, it is less than 5 years and more interventions are really required to ensure that there are vibrant, continuous citizen participation as the institutionalization of devolved structures continue to take shape.
For sustainability, we would wish the donor to still maintain or keep funding the project, because for now the youth are still in good shape. They are still organized in groups, and they are still interested in pushing for good governance in Kitui County.
I feel I should say thank you very much on behalf of the other young people, because it really has impacted a lot of knowledge in us.
If you were to talk about the future of Kenya in general, and the Kitui County in particular, everybody of a sound mind should make a deliberate effort to make policies, strategies, and activities that should benefit the youth. One, they are the future of this country and this county. If we don't build the capacities of the youth now, we'll have a leadership gap come the next generation.
We didn't know things like how the budget process is. They came and trained us on that. We didn't know, even sometimes, myself, I had sometimes facts in the Trocare, like things like fiscal strategy paper. I didn't know what that was.
The project has been successful. We have managed to engage the county government as much as possible in the debates and in the forums. And through the trainings, the youth have gained a lot of information on issues of governance.
I can now interrogate the Constitution. I realized my space in the Constitution.
They brought a lamp in Kitui County, and that lamp is shining and shining the more every single day.
Oh yeah, one thing I'm very much grateful to Trocare, because they have uplifted me.
As I sign off, I will say that Aluta Continua.
John Mwendwa, Ovo Entertainment Group, Central Ward.
Jen Kimanzi, Miki Central Ward.
Peter Kideka, I represent Taidi, the group is a CDF.
Jennifer Kimanzi, Solo Youth Group from Moita Ward.
They have built my courage. Today in Kitui County, you get to every sub-county, they will tell you there is somebody from Mutonguni Ward called Wakinyasa. And this never happened before, but it started after Trocare trainings. So I found that I have the capacity, I have the knowledge. All what was needed was the courage to go in, and the courage came from the Trocare.
Lazima mambo iendelee, lazima tusimame for our rights. We must make demands, and I'm very happy as we were interacting here. I could hear that you're very energetic and very focused. You want to know what is happening in the county government, what is happening in the county assembly, and that should be the spirit throughout the year.
The youth in Kitui County have brilliant and innovative potential and deserve an environment where this can be fully tapped to drive economic growth and development in their county.